Importing CRM 2011 solutions. Importing a CRM solution. Solutions for import can be either unmanaged solutions or managed solutions, and this was determined at the time that the solution was exported and the package was created. The file types that we can import include .zip and cab files. And as a word of warning, you never want to import a managed solution back into the source organization that it was exported from. This will overwrite the source and will not be reversible. Impact of imported solutions. Importing customizations to an organization changes the CRM application behavior. Unmanaged solutions have an effect on CRM differently than managed solutions do. CRM manages multiple solutions using a layers concept, and each solution is considered a layer. And the impact of each solution is determined by the position of that solution in the stack. The layer position of an imported solution, or for that matter, a created solution, depends upon, first of all, whether or not the solution is managed or unmanaged, and also the sequence in which a solution was created or imported over other solutions in that particular organization. So let's take a look at the process of importing a CRM 2011 solution. I've used Deployment Manager to create a brand new CRM organization called Solution Demo. This is straight out of the box with 0 customizations in place. As you can see, there are no solutions in the solutions list. However, if I click on Customize and customize the system, you'll see the default solution, which is also in place out of the box. As you can see, this is populated with different components, including all the out-of-box entities. And therefore, this is a virgin environment that we can use moving forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by importing a solution. To do that, I'll exit out, I'll go to Solutions, and we'll start the import process. Now, I'm first going to import the unmanaged solution that we exported in a previous demonstration. I'll browse. So here is the sample solution, unmanaged, that I exported earlier today. We'll go ahead and select that, and we'll click Next. It's now uploading the zip file and checking it out. So a couple of things to note. Changes applied by importing an unmanaged solution cannot be uninstalled. So you don't want to install the solution if you want to roll back the changes. If you're trying to test an unmanaged solution, it's best to install it in a non-production environment first for testing purposes. We can also drill down and take a look at what the name, the publisher, and the package type are. Finally, we can look at the solution and look at the details that are included in this managed solution. There's only a few components of this solution to keep things nice and tight for this demo. So let's go ahead and continue. Next, the import begins to take place, and this does take a little while. And now we can see all the components that were uploaded as a part of that solution. And as you can see, there's a few more little components here that have been added. We have dependencies, email templates, charts, some relationships that were included, changes to the entity ribbon, and the different forms that were created. For these customizations to take place in a target system, they must be published. So after we do an import of a solution, generally a good practice to publish all customizations unless you want to do some additional tailoring before they're displayed to users. Since this is a sample environment, I'll go ahead and publish now. Another good thing to note is that any errors or warnings that take place during the import will be highlighted and described here. So in this particular case, I have an unmanaged solution that I'm importing that has a relationship to a security role that does not exist on this system, and so that was dropped. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the resulting import. So now that our import is completed, you can see that sample solution is now in existence in our new deployment of Solution Demo. This did not exist before. This has also been added to the Customize the System default solution. As you can see that the distributor entity as well as the training session entity now appear within the default solution. So at this point, these customizations have been transferred as a group from one system to another, and they can still be managed and maintained in any way that you like. This is a great way of transferring a set of customizations from one source system to another source system, but does not provide any restrictions whatsoever from customizations that might be done on the target system. That being said, now let's go back and take a look at a couple of things that happen when we import a managed solution. So next we import and browse, and now we'll import the managed solution. Now, this managed solution happens to be identical to the solution that we just imported. And I'm doing this in part to demonstrate some of the things that happen when there are duplicate customizations in place from an unmanaged solution that will be replaced by a managed solution that we're attempting to install. Let's move forward. We're clicking on the managed solution. This solution is already installed on this system as an unmanaged solution, and the package supplied is attempting to install it in managed mode. Import can only update solutions when the modes match, so that wants me to uninstall the current solution and try again. So what I'll do is cancel out of my import, and now I'm going to delete my sample solution. Now remember, deleting a solution only deletes the solution, not the contents. So the contents will remain in the unmanaged solution. This does not delete any customizations, just the container that was organizing them. So next we go back to import, we browse, we select our managed solution. In this case, one or more components in the solutions already exists as unmanaged components. And so importing this will convert those components into a managed solution. So any customizations that has been made to these components that are different from the managed solution will be lost at this point. Now, depending upon the settings that have been made in the managed solution, you can still go back and reapply those customizations. So it would be possible to export these customizations before importing this managed solution and then reapply those customizations later. So we're going to go ahead and import this managed solution. This will take a little while, so we'll pause to save you time. As you can see, the solution has been imported. We'll close out and review. So if we drill down into our managed solution, we can take a look at some of the properties. So it's not going to let me directly edit these. So any edits that I want to make would have to take place in another solution that would sit on top of this solution. Any solutions created on this system, of course, would be unmanaged solutions, or I could do it in the default set. But in any case, you can see what the settings are, and also that the individual elements of this particular solution have been restricted. So I can see what's here, but that's the extent of what I can do. CRM 2011 Solution Layers. Solution layers are designed to help us organize our solutions. To help understand how solutions and their components interact with one another, solutions are categorized by type, managed and unmanaged. In most cases, unmanaged solution components take precedence over managed solution components. The concept of solutions layers helps to visualize the precedence of one type of solution component over another. Solution components located closer to the top have precedence over lower level solution components. So let's look at the initial structure. Out of the box, CRM is delivered with two solutions: the system solution at the bottom and the default solution sitting on top of unmanaged customizations. There's also a place to put managed solutions. It's relatively straightforward, and this is what the solutions layering would look like. The topmost layer is considered application behavior, and it's the culmination of all the solutions in a particular organization. The next layer contains unmanaged solutions. The components in the unmanaged solutions layer, which are last installed, take precedence over other solutions, except that the default solution is always at the top of the stack of solution layers. The next layer contains managed solutions and can contain 0 or more managed solutions. They are layered in the order of installation or import, from the bottom, the first installed, to top, the last installed. And the bottommost layer is the system solution, which contains the initial set of CRM components distributed as part of CRM 2011. The system solution is the name given to that initial set of components that were created when a new organization was created, including all the components of sales, marketing, and service, as well as administrative functions of CRM. These components can be used within managed solutions or unmanaged customizations. CRM Application Behavior. Application behavior for a particular CRM organization is determined by the set of solution components that are currently installed and have precedence. When CRM is first installed, and before any customizations, the behavior of the CRM application is based solely upon the initial default set of components called the system solution. The application behavior is changed when a solution component is customized, replaced with newer versions, or deleted. The set of components that cause current application behavior is called the default solution. The ultimate behavior of an instance of CRM for a specific organization is the culmination of the system solution, any managed solutions that have been imported, and any unmanaged customizations that have been made, whether they're part of an unmanaged solution or part of the final default solution. So let's take a look at solution layers with the initial components in place. We have the system solution that has entities and sitemaps and many other things. And so these translate straight up to the application behavior, because in an out-of-the-box situation, there have been no customizations made that would affect application behavior. In this next example, an entity and a sitemap component will take a solution and layer example that's relatively straightforward. The previous entity and sitemap component are in the system solution. Hundreds of other components are not shown for simplification. Since there are no other customizations, the entity and sitemap take precedence and become the application behavior, aka the default behavior, as shown in this slide. So let's add an unmanaged customization to the stack. A web resource such as a script library is added directly to the default solution. In other words, not added as part of a solution, but just imported into CRM. All customizable solution components provided by the system solution or any managed solutions can be customized in the unmanaged customizations as well as unmanaged solutions. Let's take a look at how that appears. We still have our system solution, which bubbles up to the top and shows an application behavior. But in addition, we've added a new web resource which adds its existence into the application behavior. This makes sense because as additional components get added to CRM, we'd want to see them all in the application behavior. Now let's add managed solutions to the mix. A managed solution that contains a template component is imported and adds to the overall application behavior. This managed solution is installed on top of the system solution or is layered on top of any pre-existing managed solutions that might be there. In this example, this will be the first. Managed solutions can be layered on top of other managed solutions. Additional managed solutions can be installed on top of lower-level managed solutions with the same components if customization is enabled by the lower-level components. It's important to note that most components of the system solution are enabled for customization. So we've updated our layer, and here is Managed Solution A with a template. So now the system solution bubbles all the way to the top with an entity and a sitemap. Managed Solution added a new template which also will be reflected in application behavior. And finally, we have the web resource that we put into unmanaged customizations, which are now bubbling up to the web resource in the application behavior. So far, very straightforward. Now let's complicate things a bit. So now let's take a look at how an unmanaged solution can filter the appearance of a lower level managed solution. In this particular case, Unmanaged Solutions D will be installed, and it contains the same entity as one from the system solution. So the customizations to this entity will take precedence over the system solution. Based upon the type of component, the component precedent either replaces the lower level component or merges with and replaces parts of the lower level component, or it may add to the parts of the lower level component. An uninstall of an unmanaged solution does not change any of the contained components. It just gets rid of the container. In our diagram, we've now added Unmanaged Solution D. It has the same entity in it as one of the system solution entities. So the customizations made to this entity will now take precedence over the system solution, and therefore the entity view that we will see in application behavior will be based upon whatever changes were included in Unmanaged Solution D. For instance, if there were customizations made to an existing form from the system solution, then those changes would replace the look and feel of the form down in the system solution. On the other hand, if Unmanaged Solution D just added an additional form to the system solution, then the other forms would not be altered, and this additional form would now be exposed in the entity in the application behavior. Unmanaged Solution C versus Managed Solution B. We'll complicate things a little further. Unmanaged Solution, called C, contains an updated sitemap, so it will take precedence over the system solution's sitemap. Managed Solution B contains an updated sitemap, so it takes precedence over the system solution sitemap, but has less precedence than sitemap in Solution C. In this case, it does not matter which of the two solutions was installed first, because the unmanaged solution is always higher in the layers than the managed solutions. So here's an example of this. If we look at this column, we have the sitemap from the system solution, which is overridden by Managed Solution B, which is overridden again by Unmanaged Solution C, and ultimately Unmanaged Solution C wins, and the application behavior will be based upon the changes in Unmanaged Solution C. Solution layers recap. The default solution is the set of all components that make up application behavior. Application behavior is the set of all highest precedent components. Unmanaged solutions include components and are referenced by these solutions. Unmanaged customizations are components directly modified or added to the default solution. Managed solutions. This is a set of components packaged from another organization and exported as managed solution. They also have additional restrictions that can prevent you from customizing certain parts of the solution. And finally, the system solution, the set of all initial components provided with CRM 2011 out of the box. Let's take a moment for resources. You may want to check out the CRM 2011 Developer Center at this link. And there's many topics on solution management in the CRM 2011 SDK, including advanced topics of how solution management can be handled programmatically, which is outside the scope of this topic. And also, if you want to see a brief overview of MS CRM 2011 solutions, this is a good blog entry. For downloads and links, you might also want to consider the implementation guide, and you may download the SDK from here. Two good books include Working with Dynamics CRM 2011 and the Microsoft Dynamics CRM 2011 Administration Bible. And under blogs and forums, check out the Microsoft CRM Team blog. I suggest you subscribe. And you can also search for topics on the CRM forums here. I hope you found this segment helpful. My name is Steve No. I hope you have a wonderful day.